Sorry about that. There was someone at my door. Let's continue. The wrong way. So here. Second question. This one is very similar to the first one. The third one I put on as a bit of a challenge. Okay, so let us go. Right, so the 2 will distribute on the first bracket. The 4 will distribute on the second bracket. We'll put in our line. Try to give myself a bit more there. And okay, so this is okay. So the 2 by the 5 is 10, and then you have the x, and then this is positive, so it's a plus 2 by minus 10. The signs are different, so that's minus, and 2 by 10 is 20. Here we have 4 by 2 is 8, and your x, and then here we have the 4 plus 4 and the minus 5, so the signs are different, which is minus, and 4 by 5 is 20. Okay, so this is my left-hand side of the equals, which normally has my letters. And then over here on the right-hand side, that's where we'd like to keep the numbers. All right, so I'm going to get my highlighter and let's see what's right and what needs to be moved. So here I have letters. The 10x is a letter term, so that's fine. Minus 20 is not a letter term, so not fine. Over on the other side, I should have my numbers. So 8x is not a numbers term, so no. And minus 20 is a number, so that's fine. Okay, so same thing as always that we have to move really. So this 8 is positive, so I'm going to move it with the opposite, which is a negative 8x, and that will take that out. If I negative 8x here, I have to do the same over on the other side. Okay, so 10x minus 8x is 2x. They're from the same family, so I can subtract them. The minus 20 is still here, so that's grand. This is all gone, and the minus 20 both times, oh it is. And we've minus 20 on the far side. Okay, so very quickly, hopefully you can see what's where, but anyway, on the left hand side I should have letters. This is a letter term, so it's fine. This minus 20 is not, so it shouldn't be there, it should be over here. And the minus 20 is on the right hand side, which is the number side, which is where it should be. Alright, so we need to get rid of the minus 20. We do that with the opposite, which is a plus 20. That will take that out. Okay, so over here, if I plus 20 on this side, I have to plus 20 on this side. So that leaves me with 2x equals a minus 20 plus 20. I mean, it took it out here, it'll take it out here, it's a 0. Okay, the x is being multiplied by the 2, so we need to do the opposite, which is to divide by 2. If I divide by 2 on the left, I have to divide by 2 on the right. So these 2's will take each other out, leaving me with my x isolated, and 0 divided by 2, so if you have nothing and you divide it in half, you still have nothing. Alright, and the last one, right, this is tricky, this is definitely this is probably not ordinary level stuff now, this is probably just gone into higher level. Okay, so it looks different, definitely, but we just apply what we know. Okay, so we take the 3 and we distribute it on the first bracket. We take the minus 3 and we distribute it on the second bracket, and then the minus 12 is just kind of on its own. It doesn't have a bracket, it's not attached to a bracket, it's just on its own. Okay, so 3 by 2 is 6, and then we have the b. Okay, I'm just going to use capital B's so they don't look like 6's. Okay, now here, this 3 is positive, so I have plus and a minus, which means my answer is going to be negative, and 3 by 3 is 9, and I have no letters in that multiplication. There's no letter with the 3, and there's no letter with the minus 3. So that's the yellow bracket done. So I move on now to the pink bracket. Now this b, I might put it in a different colour. It has a 1 here, and it's also positive. So I'm multiplying a minus by a plus, which is minus. I'm multiplying a 3 by a 1, which is 3. And then there's just the 1b here. The next multiplication is the minus 3 and the minus 7. So the signs are the same, which is a plus. 3 by 7 is 21, and I have no letters. And then just by itself, we have minus 12 and equals 0. Okay, I'm going to simplify because there are stuff here from the same family, I think. There is. I have the b here and I have another one here. And then I have a constant, I have another constant, and I have another constant. Okay, so this can be simplified quite a bit. So the blue 6 minus 3, I have 3b. And the total here for the numbers, I have minus 9 plus 21 minus 12, which you can hear I'm just typing into my calculator. Okay, so that is 0. Okay, so 3b plus 0 is just 3b. Try to isolate the b. At the moment it's being multiplied by a 3, so we do the opposite, which is to divide it by a 3. If I do that on the left, I have to do that on the right. Okay, remember my equal splits up right from left. So the 3 and the 3 are gone, isolating the b, and again 0 divided by 3 is 0. Okay, so go through your solutions to that and let me know if you have any issues, if there's anything you don't quite understand. All right.